As the sun opens its eyes, the entire kingdom awakens. This is not just land. It is a sacred cathedral of ancient and noble spirits. The sun is the supreme ruler, the judge, the giver of life, and the silent witness to every death that occurs without a single word. In this golden hour, the whispers of the ancestors echo through the grass, reminding every creature that the dance of existence has officially begun again. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up, knowing it must outrun the fastest lion, or it will face the ultimate judgment of the sun. The king stands firm, his mane a crown of fire, watching the subjects of his vast empire prepare for the trials that the daylight brings. Giant silhouettes move with grace, the ancient wanderers who carry the memory of the earth in their heavy footsteps across the scorched, so dusty plains today. They are the guardians of the waterholes, the masters of the path, navigating this harsh terrain with a wisdom that predates the arrival of man. High above the thorns, the giants graze in peace, their long shadows stretching across the earth like the fingers of a protective and ancient god. Even the smallest life has a purpose in this grand design, contributing to the cycle that keeps the heart of the great Savannah beating forever. This is the majesty of the Ancestral Kingdom, a place where every heartbeat is a note in a symphony composed by the hands of nature. The beauty of the predator is as lethal as it is magnificent, a reminder that in this paradise, grace and danger are always walking together. Welcome to the Sun Arena, where the epic of survival is written in the dirt and the blood of those who dare to call it home. The migration is not just a journey, it is a pilgrimage toward life. A million souls moving as one toward the promise of green grass. Before them lies the Red River of Souls, a barrier of death that must be crossed if the species is to survive another difficult season. The first leap is an act of pure faith. In the chaos of the crossing, the boundary between existence and nothingness becomes thin as breath. Each step taken in these treacherous waters is a prayer sent to the Earth Mother, a desperate plea to reach the safety of other side. Hidden beneath the surface, ancient predators wait with the patience of stones, their cold eyes tracking every heartbeat that enters their watery and dark domain. The strike is sudden and final. In the arena of the river, there is no mercy, only the cold reality of the food chain's power. Strength is tested in the jaws of the dragon. Every muscle strains against the weight of the water and the pull of the hungry depths. The river claims its toll, a necessary sacrifice that has fueled the ecosystem for centuries, sustaining the ancient hunters who rule the dark. A muddy floor. Survival is measured in inches. To touch the mud of the far bank is to be reborn, granted another chance to walk under the sun. The air is filled with the sound of triumph and loss. Mothers call for calves, and the lucky ones find their way back to safety. This massive river of life continues its flow, leaving behind the fallen to nourish the land, while the living press on toward the green horizon. The pulse of the savannah beats in these exhausted hearts. They are the true nomads, driven by an instinct that no obstacle can ever stop. As the day fades, the river remains a witness to the struggle, a silent monument to the enduring will of the great African wildebeest herds. The king does not lead with fear, but with an absolute presence. In this arena, the lion is the embodiment of an iron, ancient order. The hunt is a silent ballet. Every step is calculated, every breath is held, as the pride works together to secure the future of their cubs. Oh, she is a shadow in the light, a phantom of the tall grass that moves with a lethal grace toward an unsuspecting target in the distance. The tension is palpable. The prey senses the shift in the air, a subtle change that signals the difference between a meal and a tragedy. True power lies in the waiting. It is the focus of the mind combined with the explosive strength of a body built for the chase. The silence is shattered. The chase is a high-speed collision of two opposing forces, one fighting for food, the other fighting for its very life. Stripes blur against the golden background as the zebra weaves and turns, desperate to escape the reaching claws of the queen of the plains. This is the moment of contact, the point where the predator's will meets the prey's resistance in a final, decisive struggle for dominance today. The earth itself seems to shake as they fall. In the dust, the story of survival is written in the frantic efforts of the fallen. The struggle ends in a heavy silence, and a single life is taken to sustain the pride, a sacred ritual that has existed for eons here. The king arrives to claim his share, and the family eats in peace, knowing that the circle of life has provided for them once again. Nothing is wasted in the savannah. Even the shadows in the sky play their part in cleaning the arena and preparing it for the next. Order is restored. The monarchs rest, their bellies full, while the sun continues its relentless march across the vast, unforgiving sky of the African wild. The wisdom of the savannah is not held by the individual, but by the collective bond of the herd that protects its most vulnerable members. When the giants stand together, even the most daring predators must reconsider their hunger. Unity is the ultimate defense against the darkness of the wild. Under the shadow of their elders, the next generation learns the language of the plains, safe within the embrace of a family that never forgets. The buffalo do not run, they stand their ground, a wall of horns and muscle that reminds every hunter of the power of the collective. In the face of death, there is a quiet bravery. The herd is a single organism, a mountain of iron that refuses to be moved today. The tables can turn in an instant. The prey becomes the protector, using their combined weight to drive back those who seek to divide them. Survival is also a matter of cooperation. Small allies provide a watchful eye, a delicate symbiosis that keeps the giants healthy and always alert. They move with a purpose that is ancient, a rhythm of survival that has been passed down through countless generations in the heart of Africa. Even in the sky, the beauty of the swarm is a defense. Thousands of wings beating together, confusing the eye and celebrating the power of group. The small ones, too, understand the rule of the herd. One watches so that all may eat, a selfless duty that ensures the family's survival. So this is the architecture of the savannah, a design built on the foundation of community and the shared memory of a species that endures. The bond of blood is the strongest weapon. It is the reason they fight, the reason they travel, and the reason they survive against odds. When they stand together, the death must wait. In the unity of the herd, the spirit of the savannah finds its most powerful and eternal. When the sun sets, the savannah wears a cloak of secrets. Darkness honors the solitary, where the struggle for survival continues without a single witness. Gravity is no match for the ghost of the night. Up in the branches, the leopard finds sanctuary for its prize, away from scavengers. He is the master of solitude, a silent observer of the night who thrives in the shadows where others fear to wander or even sleep. The night is loud with the laughter of the opportunistic. Scavengers thrive in the moonlight, picking clean the bones left by the great kings. And their role is vital, the cleanup crew of the ecosystem, turning death into life with a tenacity that is often misunderstood by the world. The night has its own kings of the air. Silent wings and perfect vision make the darkness a hunting ground for the wise and patient. Under the canopy of 1 billion stars, the savannah exhales. It is a time of mystery where the ancient spirits roam free in the wind. Every shadow hides a hunter. The small cats play their part, moving with a precision that mirrors their larger cousins in the deep blue night. The mist brings a ghostly quality to the arena. In this Uhuyan world, the boundaries of reality seem to fade into the silver, cold light. Even the defenseless find their way in the dark. A fortress of needles protects the wanderer from the curiosities of the night's hungry predators. The kings do not sleep when the sun goes down. They become the nightmares of the plains, moving with a purpose that the day hides. The night is a bridge between two lives. It is the time for reflection, for survival in the shadows, and for the wait for light. As the moon sets, the arena prepares for the return of its true master. The cycle is ready to turn, once again, toward the sun. The cycle of life and death is eternal, but the existence of this paradise now rests in our hands. It is a fragile, beautiful epic, but the sun arena is under threat. The footprints of man are becoming deeper, leaving scars on a landscape that has remained unchanged for millions. Climate and change are testing the limits of survival. The balance of the kingdom is shifting, and the ancient paths are becoming harder to follow. There are those who fight to preserve the majesty, guardians of the wild who stand between the predators of the earth and the innocent inhabitants. In his eyes, we see the future of the kingdom, a hope that the next generation will still hear the lions roar in the morning. Nature teaches us the power of empathy. If they can save their own, then we must find the strength to save their entire world together. The earth is resilient. With just a little help, the life will always find a way to return and bloom in this ancient sun arena. Don't let the sun set on this paradise for the last time. We are the keepers of the flame, the protectors of the eternal epic. Listen to the eternal anthem of the savannah with your heart. Every life is a gift, and every species is a chapter in our history. The story of Africa is the story of us all. Let us preserve the marks of the Creator before the final epic song is finished. Hold on to the wild, protect the sun arena, and ensure that the symphony of the Serengeti continues to echo through the halls of time forever.